A lot of us like to sneak into local cafes to get work done. But what if you had your own workplace with a free cafe inside? The shop is serving up unlimited lattes, cold brew, and cappuccinos 24/7, plus a rotating selection of local blends, so your favorite coffee shop comes to you. Fuel your productivity at the shop workspace. Get details on memberships, day passes, and take a virtual tour at shopworkspace.com. Today on CityCast Salt Lake, I was upset to learn that Poplar Grove's iconic peacocks are turning up dead. So we're going to talk about that situation. And then I promise we will lift your spirits with some great local stories and shout outs. I am Ali Vallarta. I'm here with producer Ivana Martinez. Good morning.
Good morning, Ali.
Okay, let's get through this terrible story. That the Salt Lake City Police are now investigating the deaths of what KSL calls peafowl. You and I would call them peacocks.
Yeah.
In the Poplar Grove neighborhood. I would say, like, if you moved here yesterday, you need to know a couple things. You need to know about our iconic birds. So we've got the East Side Peacocks at Allen Park. We've got West Side Peacocks in Poplar Grove. Mm-hmm. And then we have turkeys in Rose Park. Rosie, the Rose Park turkey, she had 6 babies. Those are your, like, sort of iconic fowl in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And the Poplar Grove peacocks came in, like, the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, that's right.
Flower shop owners brought them there. And so it's been almost 100 years that they've been a staple in this community. You could say a mascot. And now what, Ivana? They're turning up dead?
Yeah, well, okay, so we got to roll back the time a little bit. So I'm getting this information from the petition that was started by Poplar Grove neighbors and also this KSL story that covered this incident. And back on May 3rd, around like 6:30 in the morning, surveillance video kind of captured this black Toyota Tacoma killing one of these peacocks on a residential neighborhood. And according to like these residents, this truck was traveling at a really high speed through this neighborhood. The driver didn't stop after he hit the bird, just kept going. And I think that's kind of wild for a lot of reasons, because I'm the kind of person who like literally stops on the sidewalk and like moves a snail because I don't want to crush it. So I can't imagine like hitting a bird and then like keep going.
Right. Terrible press for Tacomas.
Horrific. I mean, I don't know if they were getting great press anyways, but you know. Anyways, after that, things only kind of got worse. Residents say that 3 more birds were killed in the same area, like during the following weeks. Yeah. And they hadn't really they hadn't seen anything like this. And people were wondering, like, is this a one-off? Like, was this just an accident? Was this intentional? It feels really weird that this has happened more than once.
Yeah.
And then, fast forward a little bit, on June 24th, one resident says that they saw what they believed was the same Tacoma traveling down the street while birds were nearby and going really, really fast at the same time. They waved at the driver to slow down. The driver actually stopped to talk. And according to that resident, they explained that these birds, have been a part of this neighborhood, like you mentioned at the top. And the driver kind of responded by saying he didn't care. He admitted allegedly to intentionally hitting these birds. He even said he kind of planned to do it again before driving away.
Right. This is according to the person who approached him.
Yes. And then a couple days later, a school employee was able to identify the truck using a partial license plate that they had been written down. That information was given to the police. They're now investigating. As of right now, no charges have been filed. And one thing that's really making this case kind of complicated is that peafowl or peacocks aren't classified in the same way that a lot of animals are under Utah law. They're not considered protected wildlife according to like the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources. So they often like refer these cases to counties or animal control.
Got it.
So it's a little tricky, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's because they are classified as exotic animals.
Mm-hmm.
They're not considered wildlife because they're not native to North America.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They are, however, the official mascot of the Poplar Grove Community Council and recently were painted on the side of the police precinct building.
Literally.
So the police had better be on this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What was like your first initial reaction when you like saw this? Like it seems like such a weird thing to be happening in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, the idea that someone would hit a peacock, not a small animal,
No.
and be unfazed by it, to me is really alarming. I think that's like not a normal reaction. The other thing that I think is interesting about this is that now the conversation is being escalated to Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill. There's a change.org petition that has like over 800 signatures asking Sim Gill to review and file charges in this case, which of course it has a case number because the police have been investigating. And you know, it's an election year for the Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill.
Yeah.
I did notice another thing that I noticed about this that I point out not to be like a jerk, but because we make this show that's like so much about how our city and county works. And so I thought it was really interesting that this letter on the change.org petition is addressed to the Salt Lake City District Attorney, which is a role that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The Salt Lake County has a district attorney. But it to me is always so interesting when I'm like, yeah, this stuff is confusing. It's confusing. It's like, it gets back at like, I don't know, maybe just like a key underlying issue for us always is like, who should we be mad at?
Exactly.
Are we addressing the right person? Because so much about, I feel like getting anything done in this life is figuring out if you're barking up the right tree. But Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill, this letter's presumably addressed to him and asking him to investigate and consider filing charges. And, you know, an election year is a great time to get the attention of an elected official. And this is upsetting. Like anything involving animal cruelty, animal abuse is just going to like absolutely yank at the heartstrings and especially a community. And I mean, you know, the west side of Salt Lake City puts up with a lot.
Yeah, they really do.
They end up getting, it's like the place where the city tends to dump its issues. We have a long history of redlining. They've been quite literally districted out of certain services and like redlined into certain inequalities. Like we know that everything from the air quality to transit, et cetera, is just worse and more affected on the west side of Salt Lake City. So I think to have violence enacted on your mascot and to feel like nobody cares is terrible.
Yeah, I will also point out, I'm like, this is, I mean, not just violence against animals, but also this is just like reckless. You know, this person who's driving at high speeds in a residential neighborhood that's close to a school, like that in and of itself is incredibly dangerous. Like
20 is plenty.
Exactly. And, you know, like, God forbid, what if there's a child, you know, like that's where my mind keeps going. It's like these animals, of course, and that in and of itself is absolutely heinous and horrific. But this person is, if they're doing it with malicious intent and are continuing to do this pattern, it's like, what if they hit a child? What if they hit a pedestrian? Like they're driving at a very fast speed. And that to me is the other part that's really concerning about this story.
And we should clarify, nobody has been charged. This is based on, you know, security camera footage. I'm assuming something like a Ring doorbell camera or something along those lines. These are allegations from community members who say that they witnessed the vehicle. Like this has not been fully investigated yet. And so this is just what we know based on the reporting in KSL. I will say, if you know more than us, there is a phone number you can call, 801-799-3000. That will get you to the non-emergency line of the police department. And they'd be interested in what you've got to say if you've witnessed violence against peacocks. Jeez.
See something, say something, I guess.
The heat is back, but Cozy Earth bamboo sheets will keep you cool all night long. At the end of a long summer day, slipping between Cozy Earth bamboo sheets is like sliding into cool water. They are silky smooth and come in beautiful prints and colors. I've got my eye on the mulberry. I love a jewel tone. Made from viscose from bamboo, breathable, soft, and built for summer. Odds are you spend more time in bed than you do at work. So invest in a bedroom setup that looks after you. Give the Cozy Earth bamboo sheet set a try, and I've got 2 different offers to make it an easy decision. First, Cozy Earth stands behind everything they make, so you get a 10-year warranty and 100 nights of hassle-free returns on bedding. Second, take advantage of affordable luxury. Head to CozyEarth.com and use code CozySaltLake for 20% off. That is Cozy Salt Lake for an exclusive 20% off. And if you see a post-purchase survey, mention you heard about Cozy Earth right here. Producer Ivana Martinez, let's find some balance. The Peacock story is terrible.
Yeah.
But what's something great that you've seen?
Okay, I am curious to see if you've heard about this baby whale, Ali. Have you heard about the baby whale? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If
the
you
whale always brings controversy with her. She can't do anything.
Okay, but this time she's bringing a small little bundle of joy. Okay, so I saw on my TikTok feed that there was a tiny little baby whale that appeared next to the 9th and 9th whale. You know the one, our mascot, our unofficial mascot, Salt Lake City's unofficial mascot. And this baby whale appeared out of nowhere, and it sparked a lot of questions. It was like, who put that there? Why was it there? And there was this creator online who kind of came up and it was like, hey guys, like, I actually put it there. And I found this story really endearing because this man, Michael Kaplan, I think is how I pronounce his last name, or his user, Big Whammies on TikTok, he said he kind of lost his job and he created this baby whale made out of paper mache just out of funsies. He's like, I don't know, I was just doing this just for the love of arts and crafts, I guess.
The love of the game.
Yeah. And I was actually looking at his other TikToks and it looks like he's a really, really cool artist. He made like a ski resort thing online. Very cool. But anyways, he said he didn't know why he made it. He just did it for the love of the game. And he didn't originally put the baby whale in front of the big 9th and 9th whale. He actually paraded around the city with it. It looks like he took it on the 999. And this part of the story made me kind of sad. People were like making fun of him for carrying this whale with him around. Like he put it on the back of his bike and he was just kind of getting teased and he got really embarrassed and he ended up dumping this baby whale under a tree, which I say child abandonment question mark. And this
is crazy.
Yeah. So he left it under a tree. And then because he was just so embarrassed about the whole thing, someone then had the big idea to put it under the big whale. And yeah, and then that.
So the baby whale artist and the big whale painter, Stephen Kessler, different guys.
Yes, different guys.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, I guess, art, you just put it into the hands of people and they get to decide what to do with it. So
he found his way home.
He found his way home to his mama.
That's so cute. Well, of course, the whale is about to get a new mural to be announced soonish, later this year. I know Salt Lake City put together a committee that was reviewing different proposals.
Yeah.
So that was always the plan, for what it's worth. Don't panic. It was always the plan that the whale would get a new mural every few years. So now's a really great time, I think, to celebrate how fun and colorful this mural has been.
I know. I am wondering if there's going to be like limited edition merch, like everyone's going to get their whale inspired what it looks like now because it's going to change. And, if that's going to be a markup.
And I'm sure that it'll be controversial when it's a new mural. And then in 4 years, we won't even remember this one. Maybe.
Oh, I think we'll always remember this one.
Yeah. What a cute story. I love that. It's good news indeed.
What about you, Ali? What do you have?
Well, the thing that I just keep thinking about is that I think the fireworks ban was kind of a success.
Yeah.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
I would be lying if I didn't tell you, Ivana, that I went up to my roof on Saturday night expecting to see this entire valley burn to the ground. And though it was not without concern, I mean, there was like a brush fire in Kaysville that was started by kids playing with fireworks. I saw shenanigans in Midvale. I heard a wild story out of American Fork. I saw even the Costa Vida in Layton.
Oh, really?
Had this like large fire that they think might have been started by illegal fireworks. So
And Provo.
the Cottonwood fire continues to burn. It's the largest in the nation. Like, I don't think we came out of 4th of July unscathed. And yet, I think the vast majority of people were on very good firework behavior. And that, in a democratic society, is kind of all you can hope for, is the vast majority of people being on good behavior.
Honestly, I think I was in the same wavelength as you. I went to my friend's apartment complex because we were like, oh, we'll watch the fireworks that are, allowed by the city. And I was kind of bracing the entire weekend. I was like, oh, things are going to get bad. The mountains are going to be hella smoky again. And you know what? I'm glad that everyone had a safe and respectful 4th of July is all I'll say about that.
Yeah, not everyone. But I do think there were a lot of people that I think really wanted to set off fireworks and resisted the urge.
Yeah.
And so shout out to them. Shout out to the municipalities and the fire departments that really came together to make this work. We, of course, are going to be facing a heat wave this weekend. Mm-hmm. And I love to think that as we head into Pioneer Day weekend, July 24th, we'll have a similar mindset of, preserving life in our valley at all costs, even if that means less firework displays. So, and I mean, the ones that I did see, I went to the Oakley Rodeo.
Oh, yeah.
And when they were lighting off fireworks, I was like, God, they really are cool.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Did you see the drone show that Salt Lake City put up?
No, because that's when I was up in Oakley, but I did see on Saturday night the fireworks that came out of Rice Eccles.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it was Monster Jam that night. Mm-hmm. And that was also a good display.
Yeah, it was nice.
Leave it to the pros.
Leave it to the pros.
Leave it to the pros. All right, before we move on to shoutouts, Ivana, we have a sponsor for this episode. Our friends at Questionable Productions. Mm-hmm. They, I think, host some of the best trivia nights in this valley. They make it so fun. And the thing I love about Questionable Productions, too, is that they're themed.
Oh, yeah?
So if you go to their website, questionable-productions.com, you can see all the upcoming event trivia. And some of it's like, generic pub trivia, Handlebar, Ice House, Blue Jeans, your faves. But then there are also these theme nights, which are really fun because then, you've got maybe you don't know anything about anything except Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Or they are doing on July 13th at Gracie's Smutty little trivia night, a quiz of smut and classics.
Wow. Okay. Wait. In what category?
For the romancy literature readers.
Oh, hell yeah. What day is that on?
That's on Monday, July 13th at Gracie's.
Perfect. I love a theme.
7:30 p.m. start time.
I'm there.
I think you could win that, Ivana.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
August 10th, Ted Lasso trivia. I mean, Lord of the Rings trivia, August 20th. Look, there's something for you, I promise.
There's a trivia for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Questionable-productions.com. Okay, so what they've given me is a trivia question to ask you, Ivana, because it's cute. They sent over all these questions and they're all in the theme of 7 because today is 7/7. And then, of course, that means this weekend is 7/11.
Oh,
so
get a Slurpee.
Here's a 7-Eleven question. The parent company that owns 7-Eleven is headquartered in what country?
Oh, God.
I know. This is a very, the 4th of July is behind us. America's over. We're moving on now.
I'm like, where could it possibly be? Oh, God. I feel like
7-Eleven's parent company is in what country?
I don't know why, but I want to say Japan, but I don't know.
You're right.
Oh, my God, wait.
Shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I got so excited for you that I blurted out the answer and I was supposed to wait until after the break. So now I'm going to ask you a second question and then I'll answer that one after.
Okay.
I got really excited for you that you got it right.
I'm so excited I got it right.
I know. Okay, here's a new one. Are the 7 deadly sins directly mentioned in the Bible? This is a yes or no question. So we'll have the answer after the break. Are the 7 deadly sins directly mentioned in the Bible? Producer Ivana Martinez, we are doing a special trivia segment from our friends at Questionable Productions. The question I asked you before our mid-roll was, are the 7 deadly sins directly mentioned in the Bible? What is your answer?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Come on, you grew up in Provo.
I know I grew up in Provo, and I also grew up in like a Christian Baptist church, but like I didn't get that far into the Bible, guys.
Are the 7 deadly sins directly mentioned in the Bible?
Yes.
No. That's why you didn't see them in there. Dang it. I also love this. I love this subnote they sent. It says, no, popes just be making up shit as they go along.
God. You know what?
They're
Respect.
not. They're not. They were invented by Brad Pitt in the movie Seven. Just kidding.
Oh.
No, they weren't. But presumably a pope. Okay, questionable-productions.com. Go see all their upcoming theme nights, put together a team, or show up and join a team of strangers. Make some friends. There's nothing more fun than pub trivia, honestly.
Really?
Okay, let's do shout-outs. Ivana, what's your shout-out?
Okay, my shout out is these free mariachi classes for kids 10 to 15 in Ogden. They start, yeah, I know. I'm like,
why aren't we ages 10 to 15?
Well, I was like, can I join, please? Can I be a part of this? I would love to be a part of a mariachi group and learn all the, the very cool and interesting ways that a group works.
Yeah, you can work on your grita.
Exactly. But I'll just settle for being serenaded for now,
Yeah.
Okay, so these classes are free. They're being held by the Mariachi Fuego group. They're being taught by them. Mm-hmm. And they're teaming up with OFOM, and they're up in Ogden for the youth.
Ogden Friends of Acoustic Music, for anyone who doesn't know the OFOM.
The OFOM
acronym off the top.
That's right. And they have classes in the summer, Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays, it's like an hour and a half, goes until like 1 to 2:30. Tuesdays, it's a little bit more earlier, 10:30 to 12. And you can get more information on their page.
So fun.
Yeah. If I had a kid, or if I knew a kid in this age range, I'd be like, get them in there now.
Yeah. You'd be driving them up to Ogden, putting them on the front runner.
That's right.
So fun. I love that.
What's your shout out, Ali?
Okay. So on Friday, I had a great 4th of July weekend.
I love that for you.
I just can't even deny. I spent the 4th at the parade in Magna, which is the best parade in the state. Mm-hmm. The VFW was, of course, slinging $1 margaritas.
Dang, really?
But on Friday night, I went up to the Oakley Rodeo, which is a legendary event. And actually, I'm going to turn this into 2 shout-outs.
Okay.
Quickly, shout out to the organizers of the Oakley Rodeo. Because we've mentioned on the show, it's been named like one of the top 3 4th of July events in the nation. Mm-hmm. It sells out in February. And something I think is cool is, that they keep this stadium small.
Oh.
Like, they could absolutely tear it down and build some giant, massive stadium like the Days of 47 one in Salt Lake and squeeze more money out of this event. And they don't. And they could also, I think, charge more than the $30 they charge for a ticket. And they don't.
I love that.
And I'm like, yes, I love it. Resist capitalism. Like, resisting the urge to squeeze every dollar out of just like a wonderful event. So shout out to the Oakley Rodeo. And then while I was there, I had a corn dog from the Corndog company. I know, Ivana, you are a corn dog enthusiast.
I love a corn dog.
Corndogasaur.
Yes. Okay. Tell me more.
This corn dog is phenomenal. It is. So they hand dip it. If they're not dipping your corn dog in front of you, I don't
think you want that corn dog.
Just, leave the chat.
Yeah.
But they hand dip it in front of you, and then before they serve it, they drizzle it with a little bit of honey.
I love this.
Which is phenomenal. And then I love mustard on a corn dog, so then you get basically honey mustard. Mm-hmm. The thing about it that's so impressive, so it's a 1/4 pound corn dog. Mm-hmm. It's a foot long, and the breading is, I can only describe as like fluffy. So you get through an initial crunchy layer, which is made a little bit crunchier and like stickier from the honey. But then the actual breading is truly fluffy.
Ugh.
I know. I had a corn dog, foot-long corn dog. Then I got in the crazy line for the Ballerina Farm food.
Oh my goodness. Wait, what did you get?
I'm sorry. It's just Instagram food. Like, it looks good, and then you eat it, and you're like, it's fine. It was fine.
Okay, but can you like what was it that was like on display?
The thing that I thought was really delightful was they did half a cantaloupe and then scooped some vanilla ice cream into it and then put sea salt and like a little bit of honey on that. And that is lovely.
Okay.
It is lovely. But I would say it was like more aesthetic than super flavorful. And then they were doing a plate of like chicken, which was good. It was a barbecue chicken and it was good. It was good.
Okay. But it didn't wow you.
But then afterwards I got another corn dog.
Oh, Ali, I'm actually.
I finished my plate and I was like, that was good.
Can we get another corn dog?
I'm going back to the corn dog truck. I'm getting another corn dog.
I'm actually like, my mouth is watering because I can smell the corn dog. I can feel the corn dog. I wish I had one right now in my hand.
And of course, there was like no line to get a corn dog because all 5,000 people at this rodeo were in line to get the Ballerina Farm cantaloupe. And so you could just sit there and eat corn dogs and have a peaceful time.
Yeah. Well, we also know it hasn't been a really great season for fruit this year.
That's true. Everything got like too hot and then cold and then messy. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But I love that you had a great 4th of July.
Before we go, I have to give also a shout out to our members. We have this membership program. We call our members CityCast Salt Lake Neighbors because we think neighbors make Salt Lake great. And they're basically fiscal sponsors of our show. So we ask for $10 a month or $100 a year to be in our membership program. And in exchange, we shower you with perks like ad-free listening. And we send you an email every Monday with all the week's events happening in the city. We do events. We're constantly trying to come up with ways to thank our members. Free classes around town, things like that. And another way that we thank them is by passing the mic on Tuesdays so that they can share their own shout outs.
That's right.
You want to read them, Ivana?
Yeah. Beth L says, feel like a fun, dressy party for the sweetest cause. If you're an animal lover, pick up tickets to Nuzzles Pet Rescue Summer Gala in Park City on Saturday, August 8th. Nuzzles is a nonprofit saving rescue animals from overcrowded shelters around Utah, giving them a chance at life and pairing them with loving forever homes. This summer gala raises a huge portion of our annual budget to save, spay, neuter, feed, house, and get these little love bugs adopted out. The party is at Fancy Pendry Hotel in Park City and includes a silent auction, dinner, and obviously a puppy snuggle lounge. Okay. Every penny raised helps rescue dogs and cats right here in Utah. Tickets are priced at early bird rates till July 15th. So go get your ticket.
Love. Nuzzles & Co. they do wonderful work up in Park City. They somehow managed to find the cutest animals to rescue.
They do.
Okay, I'll read one from Barbara N. who says, Utah Partners for Health Dental Clinic in Midvale, a nonprofit with sliding scale fees providing high-quality dental care.
Love it.
Let's go, Barbara. Barbara gets it. Yeah. We love quality, affordable health care.
Yeah. Especially a dentist.
I'm going to say it again. Utah Partners for Health Dental Clinic in Midvale. Go ahead and plug that into Google if you haven't been to the dentist in a long time and you would benefit from a sliding scale pricing. Okay. Support this show. Get great perks. Honestly, we couldn't make it without you. So thank you to everyone who's already in our membership program. Seriously.
Yeah.
You are the reason this show exists. You are our steady eddies. No matter what happens with advertising and things like that, we can rely on you to make sure that every morning we can make this show available to you for free. So if you would like to join our membership program, you can do that at membership.citycast.fm. We'd love to have you. If you can't, that's okay. We understand.
Yeah.
When you're ready, we'll be here. Producer Ivana Martinez, good to see you. I'll see you around.
See you around, Ali.
That is all for us today here on CityCast Salt Lake. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around town. Take care.